Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled in memory of my childhood buddy, Howie Schockett, Howie Schockett ZT. Howie passed away in Ranana a week ago. It's a long battle, over a decade battle with cancer. He pushed, and Hashem at least gave him 10 years. It was discovered at stage 4 already, and Baruch Hashem, at least he was siyata d'shmaya, he was able to continue to marry off children and get to see grandchildren. We went back 1978 in high school. I came from Bel Harbor, he came from Brooklyn, Mill Basin, and we're in the same class together. And looking back, thinking about the chesed that he was involved in already 42 years ago, by the time he was 13, 14, 15, it's just incredible. A few examples. So the Bronx, already by the 70s, things were falling apart. Riverdale's part of the Bronx, but the other parts that not so glorious, and their past was just a memory. And yet there were still some elderly there, Jews who couldn't get out. They were stuck. What did Howie do? We would go to Glautmart, the family store on Avenue M. It was on 16th at that point, before they moved to the bigger supermarket. And Jerry, Mrs. Schockett, would just tell us, here, take the bags, fill it all in, fill it all in. All the chickens and the meats, fill it in. And how we would go ahead and prepare, cook all this food. And a couple times a year would bring it. Sunday morning, we'd have a busload go down to the Bronx and have a whole big event for the few Jews that were left in the Bronx, in the shul there. Bring them some simcha, music and dancing and food and a proper meal. He was like way ahead of his time, Howie. Incredible. Not to mention the chesed of the parents, of course, as well. The Shakas and Mrs. Schockett, Shishav and the Haman, all their siblings, of course, Shishav and the Haman and Hashemayim, and good health, and nachas. In addition, there was a shomer in Flatbush, and by the time we got there in 78, he was sort of on his last leg. And he was there another year or so, and then he was losing it. And he was gone. By the time we were in 10th grade, 11th, he was gone. How we tracked down his address, and we would walk over on Fridays to see and spend some time. And he still remembered us a little bit as the time went on. He forgot more and more, but unbelievable simcha. And that was Howie. That was Howie. Needless to say, in terms of minyan, Gavai, he was very involved in that. Mishmar, of course, he was involved in the Mishmar. And the fun parts of school as well, student GO, student government organization in 12th grade, going ahead and running the school, doing fun things, and chesed. Just he was cool of chesed, he oozed chesed. And then a few years later, gets married to Jolie, and they adopt kids. So that these young children that didn't have the easiest backgrounds, wanted to give them a chance at life. Go ahead and adopt kids after kids after kids. Baruch Hashem, this is not instead, this is an addition. They raised their own sheva, 12 kids of their own, in addition to the foster kids. And Eretz Yisrael. We talk about the importance of Eretz Yisrael. Well, very nice to talk about it in the 80s. Before Nefesh B'Nefesh, before the big movement to Israel. Well, it's very nice to talk about it. He said, no, I'm going to do it. He made Aliyah. The idealism of Chaim Schockett ZT at this young age, in this 15, this is 16, 18, 21, 22. If I'm caring about the poor people in the Bronx, to the old shomer, to kids who didn't have a chance in life, to raising shvatim in Eretz Yisrael. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Legendary. Legendary. Going to miss him tremendously. Amazing inspiration to me, especially when I look back and think what he did at this young age. Just incredible. His memory should always be for a blessing. And his family, his mom, his siblings, and the nieces, nephews, and shpacha, wife, and children should just have nechama and carry on the legacy. It's Hashem for generations and generations to come. Shalom.